Right. In 2014 with Days in Amber, I took a track going up there, which takes us into another combe leading back to Holford village. This is a track I usually come down through, actually. It'll take me back up on the hills and then I'll make my way back in a circular walk going towards Wordsworth Old House at Old Foxton. That's plan A. That's plan A. Or there is another track I might use as well that takes me along the edge of the combe. This is a way out of this combe, but coming down through this way. And I've brought Georgia and Zara this way before now, and a couple of friends. I think we've come down through here. Bikers have been here though, look. Never used to see that in the past. No. It's a bit of an uppy downy type walk. But it's still very beautiful. Of course, the tyres of the bikers churn everything up, see? Actually make it muddy, they cause erosion. This place would always recover though if they all went away. It would recover. Unless they built a house and a estate on it. I'm quite hot with this coat on, you know. I'm just videoing a bit. It's a bit bumpy. The video will be bumpy because it's a bumpy journey. There's a nice stream there and I'm following a little track there. I'm just doing a couple of little videos. Yeah, I haven't done this track for quite a long time. For quite a long time. Usually going down, I think Georgia might have been about 14 or 12, no, younger than that, say 12. So it's a long time ago, over 20 years ago, I would have done this particular walk. It's a good test because I'm on some medication at the moment, and it's a blood pressure. I've been trying to reduce it, see if I can just wean myself off it a bit, because since the cough has gone, because these perindoprils are associated with a dry cough. It's something to do with the cough reflex that responds when you're on the prils, I call them, lisinopril, ramipril, perindopril, there's probably some other one. It causes the kinines, they're called. It's to do with a chemical reaction to build up. So the body's response to these kinines, which create toxic matter in your lungs mainly, to build up. So the body responds by coughing. But the coughing is very disturbing and it can be damaging if you keep coughing. And for me, I don't think I had it severely, but it was going that way. I mean, basically, it was mainly at night. So that's one thing. Now the other thing, before I started the perindopril, I did get an awful lot of acid reflux. Which decreased dramatically when I started taking the perindopril. Because obviously it reduced the fluids, reduced the swelling, and all that. Funny, I can see some people right up there. One minute. Through the trees there. They can probably hear me. There we are. Have they got a horse? I think there's somebody on a horse. Probably hear my voice. That's where I'll be aiming for that track in a minute. But I'm getting to it this route. Anyway, where was I? Yes, so perindopril helps get rid of excessive fluids. Hence, there's more room for your blood to flow around your body. Less volume, you see, because it helps get rid of fluids. So you've got more room for fluids. So basically, abdo extension will also go down. It's all chemistry. Basically, it's chemistry at the end of the day. I mean, when you're born, most of us are born with a perfect working organ body. The chemistry is all finely balanced. And but you start taking things, it does interfere with it. It's like they put me on atorvastatin, and that upset the gastric reflux big time. Anyway, I'm just going to take a view without doing those people a minute. I'm just going to turn off for a minute. Right, another small recording. I'm at the top of the combe almost now. It's getting narrower and narrower. Steeper and steeper. The banks of there's a nice little walkway across there. Across the tree trunk if you want to. We will get over there eventually. Just seen somebody sitting up a hill, which I have climbed up, straight up there before now. But I'm not doing that way because that is like almost vertical climb. High trees. Soon be time for you to break out. Buds are so tight, you keep them tight for now. Trees, because there's bad weather coming this weekend. Following. Next weekend, so it's supposed to be cold again, so you need to keep your buds tight, as you'll be in trouble. Yeah, because now another good reason for doing this in this time of year, by the way, this particular section of the walk, is because it's narrow all year round, right? But the difference is adders, snakes, and very tall ferns all around you. I used to say to George, just keep to the path and look out for adders. She's never forgotten that. And Zara, look out for adders. Right, folks, we'll be up on the top in a minute. Basically, we're at the top of the Holford Glen. We've climbed up through the combe, and it's very, very beautiful here. And I hope whoever sat on that seat is gone by the time I get there, because I want to sit there and take some pictures where they're sat. Looks like a gorgeous place to sit. So like I said, this is a narrow track to take us out of the combe and to reach a broad track. is a gentle climb. Yeah, there's some people. Actually, they're sat on the grass. They're sat on the grass. It's not a seat. You don't need a big bloody coat today, though, I'll tell you that. It's baking. But you see, you can't risk it. You can guarantee if you didn't bring your coat, you'd be freezing. So it'll be colder when we get on the top. I can feel the breeze already when we get back up there, up that way. As you can see, it's very steep here. This is why the Quantocks are called the Quantocks, because what I'm walking on is a cantock. And a cantock means small pathway. Right? And the Quantocks are full of cantocks. Lots of small pathways. And somebody on a bike knows this. Somebody found it, look. This would be a challenge on a bike. Very narrow. You couldn't afford to go wrong here. Now each time we go up, look at that view there. I'll be back up there in a minute. Amazing view, look. No wonder my sister Jude and Stuart have always loved this place. It's absolutely beautiful. Okay, they've got beautiful places everywhere you go in our country. We're so lucky. So around the world, we're all lucky. We've got a beautiful planet. But I think what's nice is when it's local for us, when it's our land, there's something even more special, I think. That's what it is. Like, you know, I could go to somewhere up in Yorkshire and it'd be absolutely beautiful. And I would love it. But, and of course you could say, well, Sheila, you haven't got ancestors from back this way for over 1,000 years. Well, you might have, you don't know about, but King Holford the Great time. You could say, oh, you're more East Anglia, which is true in some ways. Kent and all around there. And then, of course, you can get carried away and you say, well, what about Germany, France? You know, you can carry on with that. See, there's some people walking up the top there. I'll be joining them in a minute. Just do a bit more view here. It's absolutely gorgeous. And this is a lovely little walk down through here, by the way. It's narrow and it's steep, but it's beautiful. Right, I'm going to turn off. I want to take a picture of this scene.